I'm burning at your lips. Start so innocent. Then you kick it up, and now I want to show you all what you deserve. And know we got so much to learn. And just like when we said I do, and it's only you that can do it like that. Yeah. I like it with you. I like it with you. I like it with you. In the sand that we'll dance. We ain't got no plans. You. I like it with you. Yeah. I like it with you. And the hours will melt all night long. I like it when you close all the curtains. You're taking out the trash and the burdens. But we got all the time, ain't no worries. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, I like it with you in it. And make me take a little look. Can we finish it? And then get busy getting back into the thick of it, yeah. Take a second, breathe it in. Now out again. I'm still understanding just how you do. The magic when you look at me. Know what I'm saying? It inside your seat. Oh, and just like when we said I do. And it's only you who could do like that. It's only you who could do like. I like it with you. I like it with you. I like it with you. In the sand that we'll dance. We ain't got no plans. You. I like it with you. Yeah. I like it with you. And the hours will melt all night long. I like it when you close all the curtains. You're taking out the trash and the burdens. We got all the time, ain't no worries. Oh, yeah. I like it when you tell me that you love it. And when you pull the strings, I'm a puppet. Even when it rains, we above it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like it with you. Yeah. I like it with you. Yeah. I like it with you. Yeah.
Hello, hello. Oh, oh no, it works. Today I'm going to be doing pages for my comic, The Ghost Hunting Club. I've been working on the pages for this month. I have a ton of storyboards and things for the next chapter, but a lot of the pages that release very soon aren't complete. Because I was focusing on other things, and I probably should have been doing that first. But that's okay, because as I said, doing about 4 pages a week isn't really that much, considering the style, the level of detail and everything. So I have these two, 22 and 23, that are done. I'm going to use them for color references mostly, for the background. And then I have 4 more that have only the storyboards. So I have to do the sketch, the lines, and the coloring. The text is already made, but it's hidden for spoilers, and also because I don't want to work with it right now. I know roughly where everything is. I've made sure it fits with the boards, and if needed I can always move something pretty easily. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I am really sleepy. I'm really sleepy. I had the weirdest dream. My partner works in an office where they make software, a bunch of complicated things that I do not understand and could never help with. And for some reason, I'd been hired to work there as an artist, but they don't need an artist, and I was very worried because it was my first day and I'd been explained nothing. I had no information, no idea where to go, what door of the building it was, the code to get inside, none of that. I knew nothing, and I was very stressed, and I was supposed to work on my iPad, which I had taken with me, but it had 10% battery. and I did not take the charger for some reason. So I was very stressed out, and I woke up like, oh my god, no, I forgot. But it was not real. The best part was they had this huge collection of books. They had an entire shelf with like a ton of comics. There was a Nightwing set that had like 10 or 15 comics inside. I don't think it's even a real thing, but I was like, oh, I want to read those so bad. It looks so fun. And someone from the company came up to me and told me this shelf belongs to like the boss. You cannot read any of these books. They are not for you. And I was like, oh, well, no Nightwing for me then. But yeah, that was the dream. I don't know why I had a dream like that. Because I don't want to work in my partner's company. That would be horrible. Not because of the company itself, but like I don't think working with my partner would be a very good idea. We'd see each other all the time. And I also know I have zero memory of any code that I did in school. So I would be entirely useless. We were talking about it the other day because we watched Your Name, which I really liked compared to the previous movies. I really liked it, and we were discussing what would you do if you woke up in someone else's life, like randomly. And I would just not go outside. I cannot be trusted to pretend to be someone else. I just like stay in bed and be like, oh, I'm so sick. Oh, I feel so terrible. I'm gonna stay in bed for a little while and hope it goes away. Do I want to give Billy's mom bangs? Maybe. Oh, perfect. It opens on the second screen. I showed it previously. I have only one page where I've drawn her so far, which was in chapter 2, 3? That's chapter 1. I have no idea why the chapters cut off. That's one thing about doing the pages all one after each other. There are no covers to tell me where one ends and the next starts, so I have to remember. Okay, that's Billy's mom from the back. That's the only panel I have of her. And I didn't design her any more than that. Oh, whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. Gonna give her this. In the end, I didn't finish the Valentine's animation quite on time. I finished it the next day because the coloring took me a lot longer than I thought. I separated the layers to make it easier for me, so I could just like overlap them. So like if I had the pants like this and the color went like this, I could just color the jacket on top and it would hide it, which was pretty practical, but it also meant I had to do a ton of layers. And it took me so long. I couldn't use the sketch as a guideline for like the bucket tool. It looked so messy. It looked really bad. I tried it for a couple of frames, but I was really unhappy with the result, so I figured I'd just do it by hand. And I did. It looked so cute. I'm really happy with it. I don't know when I'll do the line for it. I definitely want to make it cleaner. But I also don't want to spend like all my time on it. I want to start on other projects as well. And there's an endless supply of cool TikTok dances that I can have them do. Actually, for this, I have a reference of Billy's bedroom in the Christmas thingy I did. Which page is it? It's this one. Wait, I actually drew their mom in this. Oh, I'd entirely forgotten about that. Whoops. How did I not remember that? Why isn't it in my folder? Okay. She looks relatively similar, it's fine. Just a rounder face. Do I still give her... Yeah, I can actually. It's okay. I had a moment where I was like, wait, on this panel at the top up here, I forgot Billy's glasses, but that's Delilah. Coffee's not really hitting my brain yet. Hi Dee, welcome. Even the notifications are affected. How's your afternoon? In the end, I don't think I will get to draw the poster that she put up. No. You don't really see her bedroom so much. Which is probably for the best. Because I want her... She collects several things. So I want her to have a room filled with things. But then I have to draw them all from different angles. Because I still haven't made her bedroom in Blender like I wanted to. I have a million things to do at once, and that's learning new programs is usually the one thing that falls to the bottom of the list the quickest. I've been reading the OpenTunes documentation because I couldn't find... I talked about this on Bluesky the other day. This weekend. I couldn't find any video that went over things in a way that I found that fits the way I work. Which isn't to say the videos are bad, but I just like to know everything I can do with a program when I start using it. Because if there's something that can save me time, but it's a little complex, I'd rather just figure it out from the start than do it the annoying, time-consuming way. It's something I learned from one of my friends in the first degree that I did when we were learning Photoshop. Her suggestion was to watch all the things you could do with the software, not a tutorial on how to do these things, but all the options you have. Because then it's easier to know, like, oh, in Photoshop there's batch modification, for example, to rename files, for example. You know that exists, you've seen someone do it before, you can look up a tutorial really easily. But if you don't know, you just don't know. So I try to find videos that go over like updates to a program or all the cool things you can do with a program, but I haven't found one for OpenTunes. Which isn't all that surprising, it's not the most popular program. But I decided might as well read the documentation, which is extensive, kinda complicated, and told me the most important thing I need to know about this program, which is I can change the colors. Like the entire colors of the program, you can edit. You can do what you want with them. And then make themes out of them to save for later. And you can like change them easily. That's so cool. Being able to change the colors in a program to whatever I want, it's the best. I wanted to do it when I still used Photoshop. I wanted to have like a cute pink and white Photoshop, but you had to go and edit the files like by hand, and it was not very easy and definitely not something they wanted you to do. And I was very scared that if anything happened, if anything broke, I just have to like uninstall, reinstall. Because when I use Photoshop regularly, it broke all the time. It was when early Windows 10, it broke all the time because there were Windows updates very often, especially the Windows Ink thing, and it would be in constant conflict. I was like, please stop stop releasing these things that break my main program every week. So I never got my cute pink Photoshop. But I can have a cute pink or cute yellow OpenTunes. Because the base gray they have is horrible. It's like the old Windows gray color. But not like the cool... You know, I think it's with Windows 98 that everyone is like... has nostalgia for. Or is it Vista? I can't tell the two apart. I don't know what we had when I was small. One of these two. Everyone is like, oh, this used to look so cool. But when it's this gray color on a modern program, I just think it looks ugly. And that's exactly the base color OpenTunes opened in. So I'm very happy to be able to change it, and the documentation said you only need like knowledge of CSS. It's not technically CSS in the program, it's another kind of language, but it should be enough. And I found, I thought someone must have done this already, and they probably have, but the only, I think it was on GitLab that I found it. Someone made workspaces and themes to fit the layout of other programs. So if you really like the Clip Studio Paint animation layout, they made that, and you can just install it and have all the same colors, everything. Which is pretty cool, but not what I was looking for. I might still install them just to see. And because I'm interested in the Blender one, specifically for all the nodes things. Because OpenTunes has some of them as well. And I haven't used those in so long. We use them a lot on Harmony for the film to make sure everything was clean and organized. But I don't know, I haven't gotten to that part of the doc yet, so I don't know what options they offer. Like, what's possible. I got a bit overwhelmed with the entire file management thing. Project files management. Since it's made to be used on like multiple computers, like company project kind of thing. There's a lot of options to share files easily, to have a local server, a local render farm, all that. Which I do not have and do not need. It's just me on my one computer. But there was a lot of options relating to that. And once I got past that, I got to the trying to set up my camera portion. Because I'm working on something that I want to be a widescreen format, so it's like this. The normal format is like 16 by 9, and the one I want to do is 21 by 9. This is probably not accurate. And to set up a workspace and a camera of this size was so complicated, because the workspace wouldn't do anything other than 16 by 9 ratio, which is 1.7, I think, 7.3. And this one was 2.3. I did the math on purpose. And you can enter a ratio in the parameters, and it would just revert back and change all my measurements. And it drove me insane for like 30 minutes. And then I just figured I can change the camera to be this size, and then my workspace behind it is 16 by 9, so it looks more like this. And this is the visible area. But since the camera outline shows on the screen, I just have to like be careful where I draw my thing, and it'll be fine. But it was part of none of the presets and anything. So yeah, my adventures of the weekend, trying to learn a new program. I was actually pretty surprised to find out that they have a lot of things aimed at rigging animations. I thought it was mostly for hand-drawn, and there were a few tools for rigging, maybe. But there's a lot, actually. It's one of the first things they mention. I haven't done any rigging in a long time. We did it for one thing at school. And we had so many hours of this. It was like 8 hours per day for like 2 weeks, probably more. So I was expecting to be like really good at this. But as it turned out, we had barely the time to go over a basic front-facing rig, like character like this. And we could move. We learned how to make sure they could move, like if you move the hand, the arm will follow and not deform in unexpected ways. We learned to do that, and that was it. Which was very disappointing. Especially after, at the beginning of the year, they told us, oh, we're gonna do alternative learning. So you get the classes in an online platform. You read the things at home. When you come to class, you're already prepared, and you only have to like ask questions for what you don't understand. We did not do that. They sent us the logs. No, they sent us a link to the platform about 5 months into the year with no logs, and no teachers ever put anything on it. So, but it could have been really useful for something like this, because we just all ended up watching tutorials at home to understand what we'd done during the day of class, which felt like an incredible waste of everyone's time. So yeah, that was all the rigging experience I got, and I didn't find it all that interesting because we never learned to animate with it, so I didn't know what to do once I had my rig, which was also something we were supposed to do in class. Like, the teacher had this great ambition to make us do the character. Oh, it is so small. A character with like all the controllers. So here you'd have something for the eyes that you could grab from here and change from this part, and not directly on the model. With like a turn, so we draw them from different angles and learn how to transition from this pose to this pose. A bunch of really interesting things, we just never got to it. And with the entire film to make, we didn't really have the time or the incentive to focus on learning that. So yeah, Maybe I will. I don't think I will though. I didn't. It wasn't very interesting. It was cool to know, but it wasn't very interesting to do to me. One of my friends really liked it, however, and had plans to continue learning on her own, so she could like make some really cool ones that could do a bunch of really cool things. I don't know if she ended up doing it or not. I've also been seeing a bunch of promotional material for Moho. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. Which I'm curious to try. They have a trial version. I don't know how complete it is. I like trials that are limited in time rather than trials that are limited in options. So like not being able to save from a trial is really annoying. I'd rather be limited to like a month or 2 weeks and be able to do everything. The only thing I would like for puppets is to make... Okay, this is gonna sound so judgmental, but that's not how I mean. To make stupid little things. Like the really fun animations people post on like TikTok. I always find those so funny, but it would be a million times easier with a nice puppet that's like easy to use rather than having to draw every time, because it's the kind of thing that relies on like a fun sound or a trending thing, subject or sound, and since animation takes so long I can never do them because I'm like, oh, by the time I'm done with like the sketch, this will be long gone, everyone will have forgotten about it. Which isn't a problem in itself, but if I'm gonna do something like that, I want to be done with it in the moment and not spend weeks on it. My partner keeps showing me really fun ones and being like, you could do that. Like, yes, technically I could, but time-wise, oh, that's a different problem. Sorry. There was a bug. And now there's no more bug. I don't even care about it that much, I just don't want it to go in my plants.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Did I decide on a color for this? Not in this one. And in the Halloween one from last year, they're not in her house, they're in her apartment at school, or like her room at school. Okay, no, there's no real view of her room apart from this panel with her mom. And the other one with the poster, but that's just the wall color, so I don't really care about that. So I can give her what I want for this. There's the panel at the end, but I don't think it's really all that important. It's just a flat color. Okay. Okay, one last page to sketch. In about an hour, I was expecting it to take me a lot longer. There's not really any backgrounds, so it's not the longest ones, but there's multiple characters and a lot of panels, which always takes longer. I'm also trying to do this a little more clean than usual, so it's more interesting to watch. And it's actually, like, understandable what's going on. For this, I want to match the colors to the door. Ghost Corner. Oh, it's not that far away in the story, in the pages. We're gonna say everyone has seen it already. It was a while ago now, in terms of pages. Chapters not so much, but pages kind of. I'm honestly not used to thinking about any of it in pages. In chapters. I'm always thinking in pages. Because one chapter takes me so long to do that I just never realize what an entire chapter is. It's a little cold, but it's fine. I should delete that shortcut because I never use it. Also, do I give her something on the wall? Probably not in this panel. Okay, that's all. Oh no, I'm missing a panel. I thought that was all the sketching. Never mind. Did we see Bella's laptop yet? I think we did in the very beginning. When she's working.
Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, I got
Yes, it has 0 details.
lockdown, see me flying, never drop down,
Her computer at home, I always think this is funny. Her computer at home is like one of those really old computer. My mom had one of these when I was growing up. It was so impractical because it was huge. It took all the space on the desk. But I thought it was fun to give her something like that to go with the sort of old school tech they have for a lot of the instruments they use. But they also have modern phones and laptops and things. It's their world's tech. It doesn't have to make sense to us. It's rather small. I think it's inspired by my sister's laptop, probably. She has one of those really, really thin computers. Like, it's so small. I'm always really scared of it, like, bending or breaking when I touch it, so I'm really careful.
Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I'll be sneaking in the back, but it's one to clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, drenched out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down, oh cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Nothing in the world could ever be good again. I've been nothing but a girl who really should be nothing less. Don't mess up, and don't you tell us so how you actually feel. If you do, then they'll cut you right at the heel, and it hurts.
I might draw a better keyboard later, but unlikely. And for this, I want to give her obsidian, because I think it's really useful to organize things like this. So it'll be the view that I never use. There's a calendar in it. And then here it's all the things, and then here it's all the folders. I need to update mine because they made like a new version, but you need to reinstall the whole thing. And I have GitLab connected to mine to save all my files because I'm terrified of losing them. The only thing is that I'm scared that if I reinstall the entire thing, GitLab will ask me for a new key, and I'm incapable of doing that on my own. It is way too complicated. SSH, I think it is. Because I have one for this computer, and then when I use the laptop, I also had to make a new one. And then it's a whole thing of being really careful with the versions. Because one time I opened Obsidian on this computer before checking that all my files had been downloaded, and it was really messy. Let's say she already took some notes and added some of her data. And here we're going to give her posters and things. Okay. This time I did all the sketches. It's a little missing line here, so I don't forget to color her top with the pattern. She's not missing her glasses in any of them. Perfect. I'm gonna take a break, get some water, do some stretching, because I've been shrimping, and then I'll be doing line art and color, and hopefully finishing everything, because I did all the sketches in an hour, which is a lot better than I expected. Alright, stretching time.
wanna be delivered to the heart.
And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, homie regardless, And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, I'm just getting started, let's go. My skin is pale, but I'm a black sheep.
I've done my stretching. I've had some water. I'm ready to do the line art. I think it's gonna go faster because I made the sketch really clean. So we'll see. I need to remember the stabilization. I'm gonna do all the line art in one go, and then all the colors in one go. I'm gonna have to brighten my screen because there is sunlight, which is very exciting. I closed my blinds, not entirely, but like I lowered them because if I don't, the sun shines directly in my eyes, like a laser aimed straight at my brain, and it's horrible. Welcome back. Ooh, early dinner. What's for dinner, actually? I'm hoping you're having something really delicious. And the size. Perfect. Yesterday for lunch, I made the best salad ever. And I have almost everything I need to make it again today, which I'm very excited about. I'm probably just gonna go and get some more bread to make like toasted bread that you cut into little pieces. I don't know what it's called. Which one is it that I want? This one. Miso soup with some garlic, fried rice, and Japanese style crispy chicken curry. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. You're definitely having a delicious dinner. Wow. I had some stale bread lying around, so I made breadcrumbs for the chicken. Yeah, that's pretty smart. We rarely have any because I make a ton of toast and then we just don't have bread left. But when we do, I keep it, like I let it dry out in a paper bag because my dad has chicken and rabbits and they eat a lot of dried bread in the winter. Like rock hard for the rabbits. And for the chicken you have to like crush it and add water to it and it looks gross. And they love it. It has like the texture of porridge, but it's just bread, so it tastes bad. I mean, I haven't tried it, but just looking at it, you know it's gonna be horrible. Oh, ambulance time. They turned off. Funny enough, the easy way to make breadcrumbs is to just fold the slice in half and then rub the flaking bit onto your palm. Oh! I never thought about that. The way I would do it would be to put it in a freezer bag, a plastic freezer bag, and just crush it with a rolling pin. Which is what I do with all sorts of seeds and nuts to make them smaller when I want to put them into like yogurt. But that's actually pretty smart. I'd be kind of scared of the skin in my hand is really thin and I'd be kind of scared of damaging it, not gonna lie. which would be really, really lame. Like, oh, how did you hurt your hand? With bread. I'll keep going with my rolling pin. I haven't made anything for this week. Most weekends I make like muffins or something. But this weekend I didn't make any. Now I'm like, I don't have any snacks. I do have farmer boy hands. Well, I don't. You can do a lot of things with that. I used to when I did a lot more outside things. Before I figured out that I could just wear gloves to do most of them. I do miss having a garden though. If we had a balcony here, I'd be growing things, but we don't. It wasn't really a priority when we were getting the apartment.
Into impulses of electric current. No need to worry about your pre-recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can't happen.
She's so cute. I think. I don't remember her name. I know she has one because I made like a family tree for both of them. Both Billy and Mari. But no idea what name I gave her. Oh well. The SMA competition got me staring at the ceiling all night. Well, you're gonna do that for a while because the results are like... Aren't they in July or something? April. Oh, that's sooner. Still in a while. You've done all you can for it anyway. You need to forget about it. Well, not forget about it, but like... It's out of your hands. Not worry about it. I know for the previous contest you can read the other entries. Like, I know for certain that like when you go to the section for last year, you can see all the winners for each category, the feedback and everything, but I don't know if you can see the other entries for this one before the judging is done. Because it isn't like the webtoon contest where the audience reaction is a big part of it. So I'm not sure. I just remembered, but I also know there's gonna be a very big distraction in between now and April. It's called Monster Hunter, and I'm pretty sure it's going to consume your life. Still haven't tried the beta again. I wanted to do it yesterday evening, but we played It Takes Two for like 2 hours, and I did get better at it, because when we started it like over a year ago, I was terrible. I was really, really bad. And I usually don't really like that sort of game, because you need reflexes, and I'm terrible at that. But in between, I kind of like quit out of frustration because it was so annoying. But in between then and now, I started playing Warframe. And Warframe is just ninjas in space, and for a lot of it you need reflexes, because you have what's called bullet jumping. It is the coolest move in all of video game. And you need to aim your jump. So I did learn to do that. And now I'm a much better at It Takes Two. Like, I didn't struggle nearly as much. I was very surprised. Coucou Chacha. Bienvenue dans le petit coworking. So yeah, no Monster Hunter for me yesterday. Maybe today, if I don't get distracted by other things. Because we played that, and then I got distracted applying to things. Because on TikTok, I saw someone looking for help for an animation pilot episode, I think it was. And it looked really interesting. And I like to be a part of projects like this. Always as a volunteer, obviously. Because we all know what the animation industry looks like. But yeah, I was applying to that. Looking at my recent stuff. And it was a good reminder I need to redo my demo. I haven't done a ton of things since then, but I might just do, like, make shots specifically for it. Because I would like to work on more complex things, like more anime style, in terms of complexity and design, rather than more Western animation and simple ones. But I don't have any shots like that in my demo. And if I was someone looking for help on a project, I wouldn't really trust my own ability to work with something a lot more complicated than what I have to show. So it's something I've been thinking about, but I don't really know. I don't know if I want to do fan art for it. Like more, let's say One Piece designs or something like that. Or entirely original. Because I have a friend who does more manga designs, so I could ask for help like that, and we'd have like a shared piece where she does the designs and I do an animation with it. But I don't know. I have not decided yet. We will see. I definitely want to do more animation. I mean, I haven't been learning OpenTunes for nothing, considering how complicated it's been so far. Which... It's this one. Yes, it is this one. What does her phone look like? It only has one thing. Should have given them all the same smartphone. Make my own life easier. We almost had to change our internet provider. It's bundled with my partner's cell phone. Like, a cell phone plan. And it was extremely expensive. Because there was a whole situation where they gave him 2 phone numbers, which was stupid and could have been easily fixed, but they didn't really care to do that. So we looked into other options and we were about to change. And they called and were like, "Oh, why are you leaving?" Well, for the same problems we've had for a year. And they were like, "Oh, we can give you, like, I don't know how it's called in English, but when they give you like a discount to make up for something going wrong." And they did that. And so now it's not worth it to change. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to set up everything again, because the way my room is set up, well, it's the living room. This is my desk. I'm sitting here. And here is the internet box. And there's a mountain of stuff on top. It's like, it's a shelf, there's my computer at the very top, there's a bunch of random things in the middle, and at the very bottom, it's the router. And I would have had to move everything, because they have to set cables into the wall. And I was not looking forward to that. I just moved my desk. There was also the chance that it wouldn't work right away. My computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi like component. So if I don't have the Ethernet, I don't have the internet. Which is not ideal. Oh my god. I was sneezing the whole day yesterday. And I'm hoping it's because of the dust that I kicked up when moving things. Because I moved more furniture. And not because I'm getting sick. Just when it's starting to be sunny again, I really don't want to get the flu. Well, a cold. I always confuse the two. And getting the flu is much worse. I'm like, wait, no. This is the wrong one. Okay, that's page 1 done. I'm supposed to stream for 1 more hour, but I'm definitely not gonna finish everything. Which is fine. I have another conference thing for YouTube this afternoon, which is pretty exciting. I was very stressed out for the first one, especially when it was on a Google Meets thing and the screen, like the tab opened and the first thing it asked me was like, set up your camera. First of all, I would rather not show my face, and second of all, I don't even have a camera. It was like, please allow Firefox to access your camera. It opened the settings and everything. I was like, no, you can't. There's no camera to access. I wouldn't give you the access anyway. And I was very careful to remain muted the whole presentation. Because even if I wasn't talking, I think it's really annoying when you have like background noise from someone else than the one presenting. So yeah. But it was a lot of fun. I'm a little surprised to have been included in this sort of program because my YouTube channel isn't like big or anything. I mean, it has an insane amount of subscribers to me, but it's not. Some of the people in that call were mentioning their own channels, and it was like a different world. So I'm not sure exactly how I ended up in that program, but it's still really exciting. Because I think making videos is pretty fun. I've been doing it for over a year, so it better be fun. But I really like doing it. I was just my channel. I live in France. My channel is in France, but I do everything in English. All the descriptions and everything, nothing is translated. So I wasn't sure I would like count for any programs or any official YouTube things, because obviously they would want it to be in French mostly, but apparently it's not a problem. So yeah, that's the afternoon plan, along with a lot of admin things, which is not very exciting, but it has to be done. I feel like I spend so much time doing admin compared to drawing and regular work things. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive, Chacha? Pas très pratique ça. T'es sur ton iPad encore? Oui, j'ai vu, il est trop chou. Mais je sais pas comment tu mets ça, mais déjà, c'était hier soir quand je regardais ton live, ou avant-hier, je sais plus, que ils avaient tous changé les icônes dans ton chat, c'était trop mignon. Le modérateur, je sais jamais ce que c'est son prénom. Mais il avait du coup toutes ces petites icônes, c'était trop mignon. Tu vas faire ton petit roman graphique. Oh. That looks terrible. Genre que vous allez faire vous et proposer aux autres, ou un que t'as trouvé et que vous allez faire le même? Bon, je vais aller voir sur Discord en vrai. J'en ai fait un, mais je voulais pas envoyer parce que c'est un truc des comics. Genre le serveur Webtoon. Il y a quelqu'un qui en a fait un pour leur comic. Du coup, je l'ai fait parce que je me suis dit, ah, ce serait sympa. Et puis, c'est genre quelqu'un que j'ai déjà vu dans le serveur. Mais j'ai pas fait encore les autres que vous avez envoyés. Celui qu'Aya elle a fait, je le trouve trop chou. Mais je me dis que le design, il est genre un peu compliqué. Je vais y passer 1 million d'heures. Et flemme. Oh. Ok, c'est trop chou. Et vous allez du coup en faire une fille chacune, je pense. It's a... I can't share it here. But it's a draw this in your style. From an artist. And it's 2 little demon girls. It's really cute. Also, Discord is crashing really hard with images. I don't know why.
Feel the gravity pull and it keeps me awake. I would rather be here lonely in space.
Ok. Je vais faire la rose et Aya la verte. Trop bien. Ça va être trop mignon. Et vous le postez toutes les deux ou genre en collaboration du coup? Comme on avait fait pour les trucs des vagabonds. Enfin, je pense. Je lui proposerai, mais elle est là, elle devrait venir. Ah, dis donc, c'est vrai que c'est l'heure. Mais elle avait pas genre un entretien un de ces jours là? C'était pour ça qu'elle se levait plus tôt? Je sais qu'elle m'en a parlé l'autre jour quand on était sur Discord, mais je me rappelle plus du tout quel jour c'était. Aucune idée. Bon, très bien. On est bien au courant de tout ce qui se passe. Oh, that's horrible. What am I doing? That was the wrong one too. Oh, also, with the dream I had last night, because I had a dream where I was hired in my partner's company and I was very stressed about it. And one of the things is the YouTube conferences thing is always at 2 p.m. And it's like the time when everyone goes back to work. And I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to attend more of the conferences and I would have to watch like the replay of them. And the replay doesn't include all of the questions, which is the most interesting part of any conference, I think. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna miss all of the question part. What if they talk about something super important and I just never know? This chicken making me crave a beef kebab. Well, I'm not gonna recommend you have one because you already had dinner technically, but you could just get one tomorrow, I think. I don't know if they're common, but I'm guessing they are. Moi j'ai regardé pour proposer à Hachette Roman mon roman graphique. Faut envoyer un manuscrit, tata, synopsis, etc. Mais il n'y a pas de partie spéciale roman graphique. Pour le coup, ils en publient plein en ce moment. Je tenterai. J'ai un contact en plus. Mais c'est trop bien ça. Si t'as déjà quelqu'un, ça peut vachement valoir le coup de leur demander directement s'il n'y a pas une autre adresse où tu peux envoyer tout ton dossier plutôt qu'une adresse générale. Si c'est genre une adresse mail ou un formulaire, ça peut être pas mal d'avoir le mail de quelqu'un directement. C'est quelqu'un que t'as rencontré genre sur un marché ou un truc. Parce que j'ai pas l'impression que t'as fait des événements spécifiques sur ça en tout cas. Une copine qui a été publiée là-bas et qui a travaillé chez Hachette Cuisine. On peut avoir un mail peut-être. Bah en vrai, ça vaut le coup de demander, hein. Ce serait trop bien. Surtout s'ils ont une collection qui correspond bien au public que tu cibles. Je sais pas trop ce qu'ils ont Hachette, j'avoue. Je suis pas trop familière avec leurs trucs spécifiques. I need to separate the blush and the glasses and to remember to do 2 layers. For the animation I did, I had to draw Billy's glasses because I think her design is really not the same without them. And I was kind of stressed out about it because it's circles in perspective, which is really hard. I already struggled with them on the pages, so in an animation I was really worried. I only did the sketch, it's not like it was very clean. And I sent it on a Discord I have with friends. And one person in particular said, you did a really good job with the glasses. And I don't think I'd ever mentioned it to them. I'm not sure, but I don't think I had. And I was like, oh, thank God. The glasses look alright. Because the clothes you can excuse a little like movement and everything, but for the glasses it's not really the same. But I had a lot of fun with it, so I'm excited to make more with them. I was really happy that I didn't have to change the overall style of everything very much, because the design for the comic are really simple. So apart from changing a bit of the clothes, I could just reuse them. That was very exciting. Okay, perfect. When I first got into comics, like reading them, I was reading on Tapas. There was this one comic, I have no idea what it's called. It was about a group of friends, I think there were 4 of them. And it was set in the 50s. And they were going, I remember they went to prom at some point. And I'm pretty sure it was a polyamory relation between the 4 of them. It was really cute, it was really fun. I was invested. And I found out the person who made it also made a very short animation for it. It looked like a trailer for a bigger project, but it was for school. It was an assignment basically, because they had to do animation for something, and they figured, let's do my comic. And I was so invested. I was like, oh, this is wonderful. I cannot be sick. Please don't let me be sick. Oh my god. Not again. I'm pretty sure I already did it twice this winter. Okay. But yeah, I love the idea of having an animation that goes with your comic. And I know on TikTok I see a lot of people who make trailers for theirs, and I think it's so fun. But often I find it hard to justify the amount of time I'm going to spend on it, because I could use that time for actual pages and to progress the story. Me too. Well, when you're further along, you can animate your characters as well. Nothing is stopping you. They're a little more complex in design, but they're very cute. Can we see? Did I? I'm gonna say no. My dream. I would never do it with the characters of my other comic. I think I would lose my mind. J'aimerais faire une bande-annonce de mon roman graphique en animation, mais du type animatique, pas grand-chose. Ben... Quand tu dis animatique, tu penses à genre... ce que nous on avait fait, ou plus ce qui se fait beaucoup dans l'édition, c'est de... Je sais pas s'ils le font beaucoup pour les romans graphiques, mais je sais que pour les mangas, il y en a tout le temps. C'est genre, ils reprennent des cases et ils les animent un petit peu. Mais juste un petit peu. Coucou Perro, bienvenue. Tu nous rejoins dans le travail. Et ouais, ils font genre Ils prennent des cases, ils les animent un petit peu. Et c'est moins... C'est genre un truc After Effects, c'est plus facile, plus rapide quoi. Ça va bien, on travaille, on fait du comique aujourd'hui. Moi je fais ça, Chacha elle fait son roman graphique. Tout le monde est sérieux et investi. Et en plus il y a du soleil. Et toi? C'est ça dans l'idée, ouais. Ah, en vrai, ça peut se faire, surtout si tu choisis une scène ou un truc spécifique et que tu organises ton fichier exprès pour que ce soit plus facile après. Franchement, ça peut se faire assez facilement. Surtout que je sais que dans Procreate Dreams, il y a des fonctionnalités pour ça. Où genre, quand t'as déjà tes éléments, tu les déplaces sur ta timeline. Genre, t'as ton truc qui est là et tu veux qu'il aille là. Bah vraiment, tu le prends avec ton stylet et tu fais le mouvement toi. Et du coup, ça peut aller vachement plus vite que faire un rig ou des choses comme ça. Je vais bosser aussi moi, mais je sais pas encore sur quoi. Et ben très bien. J'espère que t'enverras ce que tu fais sur notre super Discord. Où je regarde chaque update. Il manque plus que Aya là. Mais franchement, c'est trop stylé que tu connaisses quelqu'un. Elle fait un gros dodo là. Aïe aïe aïe. On compte les temps sur elle. 7h. Il est tellement tôt. À 11h du matin. Non, elle m'a rep ce matin. Mais ça veut pas dire qu'elle s'est pas endormie depuis. Moi j'ai décidé que j'allais me lever plus tôt. Globalement dans ma vie. Parce que j'ai envie de voir le soleil se lever. Pas forcément en entier. Mais au moins un peu. Mais j'avoue que je souffre quand mon réveil sonne. C'est un peu dur. I want to be a morning person. Quel objectif. Merci, merci, on verra combien de temps ça dure. L'année dernière, j'avais pas le choix parce qu'il y avait des travaux pendant tout l'été. Les travaux en face, ils commençaient entre 6h30 et 7h du matin. Parce que c'était le moment où il faisait pas trop chaud. Et du coup, il fallait que il fasse ça. C'était horrible. Et je n'ai pas eu le choix que de devenir quelqu'un qui se lève tôt. Mais depuis, ils ont arrêté. Just use all my brain cells for this. I don't like that. It's not going to be perfectly aligned, and that's fine. My dad has an alarm like this. It looks exactly like this. And it repeats every 7 minutes. This thing, I hate it. Because 7 minutes is like the worst kind of time. You have just enough time to really fall asleep again, but not deeply enough that you don't hear it, and not deeply enough that it's restful in between, like, the 7 minutes. It's horrible. And you can hear it through the entire second floor. It doesn't wake him, because he could sleep through anything, but it does wake me. And it's the worst. Sometimes I just get up and go turn it off. I'm like, please. You're not gonna get up anyway. Don't make me wake up every 7 minutes. What does her... Tu m'as motivé à essayer de faire une planche, c'est trop dur. Mais en fait, un truc qui rend ça vachement plus facile, c'est d'avoir tous tes designs et toutes tes décisions qui sont déjà prises en fait. Genre, pour ça, je vais mettre celle d'avant. Genre au début j'ai ça, le storyboard de qualité très limitée, et je les dessine en tout petit. Quand je les importe, ils sont minuscules, ils sont genre comme ça. Du coup, je les commence tout petit pour pas trop passer de temps à prendre des décisions, à commencer à dessiner des détails et tout. Et une fois que j'ai décidé de mon storyboard et globalement de mon croquis, je fais plus de modifications. C'est pas parfait, mais tant pis, ça reste comme ça, et ça m'évite de passer trop de temps sur des petites décisions qui sont pas très importantes au final. Et c'est vachement plus facile quand t'as tous tes designs de personnages qui sont faits, tous tes designs de décors qui sont faits, quand tu sais genre qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dans leur chambre, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dans leur classe, qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dans leur tous leurs trucs. Et comme ça t'as juste à dire ah là c'est de ce point de vue et on voit ça dans la pièce. Et pas ah mince est-ce qu'ils ont des objets, est-ce qu'ils ont une porte, une fenêtre, un truc. T'as pas forcément besoin d'avoir une ref dessinée, mais un plan, au moins. Et après, plus t'en fais, plus ce sera facile. Au début, c'est galère, et après, ça va. Sauf quand tu décides de faire un grand décor, et là, ça va pas. Enfin, pour moi, ça va toujours pas. Surtout que je les laisse généralement pour la fin, les décors, ce qui est une mauvaise idée, parce que je les fais tous d'un coup. Et j'aime pas faire ça. Et c'est encore pire quand je les fais tous d'un coup. C'est pour ça que je vais tout préparer avant. Ouais. Après, il y a aussi le juste milieu de préparer suffisamment de trucs, mais pas passer... genre, pas faire que de la préparation, passer aux vraies pages à un moment aussi. Je pense que c'est un problème que tu n'auras pas forcément. Mais dans les webtoons, ce que je vois très souvent sur le serveur et même en général, c'est des gens qui commencent, qui font genre 1 ou 2 chapitres, qui sont en mode « Ah, c'est trop bien, j'adore !» et qui après se disent « Ah, en fait, j'ai rien préparé d'avance, du coup, je sais pas où je vais. » Qui font toute la préparation, qui se disent « Ah, je vais refaire mes premières pages, pour qu'elles soient plus jolies et qu'elles correspondent au reste. » Ils refont les premières pages, et après ils se disent « Ah, mais en fait, j'ai progressé, du coup, je pourrais faire mieux. » Du coup, ils refont les refs, et elles correspondent plus aux pages. Et après, ils refont les pages. Et c'est un cycle infini, où au fur et à mesure qu'ils progressent, les gens, ils refont la même chose à chaque fois. Et du coup, ton histoire, elle avance pas, elle va nulle part, et c'est dommage. Mais vu que toi, t'as un truc un peu plus contenu, genre... t'auras genre un nombre de pages, un nombre de chapitres, t'as déjà une histoire que t'as tout prévu. Parce que en même temps, vu le type d'histoire, tu peux pas ne pas savoir où tu vas. pense que tu auras moins ce problème. Is she on the... No, she's on the other previous page. To make sure she has the same face on every page. And that her hair shape roughly matches. Moi je voulais faire des belles doubles pages, mais sur Webtoon comment je pourrais faire? Ce que certains webtoons font, comme Solo Leveling, c'est pas un webtoon, c'est un... Enfin si, mais en gros, t'as ton vertical comme ça, et le décor il est dans ce sens-là. C'est hyper beau mon dessin, c'est incroyable. Je peux tourner mon truc en fait. Et du coup, t'as ton décor qui est entre guillemets dans le mauvais sens de lecture. Mais pour avoir un truc plus joli, c'est sympa. Et après, sinon, tu peux réorganiser tes éléments. Genre si tu dessines tous tes trucs séparément. Sur ta page, c'est comme ça. Et sur ton webtoon, tu vas le réorganiser en bougeant tous tes trucs un par un. Mais du coup, il faut que tu aies des calques pour tout, pour pas tout redessiner. Parce que ça, c'est un truc que je me faisais vachement chier au début. Quand j'avais des cases qui étaient superposées, je dessinais pas ce qui était dessous. Et une fois que je le passais en vertical, je me rendais compte que ma petite case qui est au-dessus, elle est plus superposée. Donc j'ai un trou dans mon dessin. T'as ces deux options. Après, sur Webtoon, tu peux aussi juste publier tes pages en format page. Ça peut être intéressant de les réorganiser, mais ça peut être aussi plus intéressant de les laisser dans ce format. Et d'avoir... C'est juste que ton rythme de publication, il est un peu différent parce que dans un format vertical, ça prend entre guillemets plus de place pour le même nombre de cases. Et un chapitre te paraîtra plus long s'il est en vertical que s'il est en page. Parce que genre, si t'as 4 cases comme ça, et ben tu te dis pas c'est pas beaucoup, tu te dis c'est un chapitre qui est pas très long mais qui est quand même il y a quand même des trucs. Alors que si c'est juste une page, tu te dis ah bah c'est une page. Je sais pas si c'était très clair mon explication là. Et c'est un truc, la longueur des updates, c'est un peu compliqué. Parce que ça te prend très longtemps à dessiner. Et c'est très rapide à lire. Après, si t'as tout un truc qui est fini à l'avance, c'est pas forcément un problème pour toi. Parce que de toute manière, ça sera déjà fait, donc... Mais j'ai jamais eu de... Je sais qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui le disent, mais moi j'ai jamais eu de commentaires de gens qui me disent « Ah, c'est trop court, il se passe pas assez de trucs. » Et je pensais que j'en aurais parce que quand je publie mes pages une par une, il y a des pages où il se passe rien quoi. C'est juste un grand décor. Et je me disais que j'allais avoir des commentaires sur ça, mais j'en ai pas eu. Oh, that's not right. Okay, she looks relatively similar. It's a small thing, so it's fine. D'ailleurs, toi, je trouve pas sur mon iPad, j'ai que la version française, ça me saoule. Sur l'application Webtoon, parce qu'en gros, ils ont un truc où t'es sur une version du site ou de l'appli qui est dans une certaine langue. Genre quand tu vas sur le site en anglais, tu auras que les comics en anglais, tu trouveras pas ceux qui sont en français. Et c'est dans les langues, dans les paramètres de l'application, dans le paramètre de langue, tu changes ta langue pour un autre truc. Et là, t'as les comics de cette version de la plateforme. Ça fait 1000 ans que j'ai pas mis à jour la version française. J'ai plein de pages qui sont pas traduites et ça m'a saoulé, j'avoue. Ouais. Et après, il y en a qui choisissent de publier quand même dans leur langue sur la version anglaise de Webtoon. Mais je trouve que c'est pas forcément une très bonne tactique parce que les lecteurs anglais ils vont pas forcément vouloir lire ton truc et les lecteurs dans ta langue ils vont chercher dans leur version. Mais je pense qu'il y en a, c'est aussi parce qu'ils ont commencé quand il n'y avait pas encore leur langue dans l'appli et maintenant ils ont tous leurs lecteurs. Mais c'est vrai, il faudrait que je mette à jour mon autre version. Que j'ai totalement abandonné. Alors que je continue à traduire la plupart de mes pages. Ok. It's been another hour and I've done less than 2 pages. This is my favorite part of the process, but it's definitely not the fastest. Before I forget. Okay. Oof. 15 is good. Yeah. J'arrive pas ce matin. Tu fais du dessin ou tu fais de la préparation? S'il y en a un qui marche pas, faut passer à l'autre. No belts for this. I gave Delilah a cool outfit for this chapter, and then I drew it like once. Because there's only one shot of her where you see like most of her here, and she's wearing socks because she's inside, and she's like Billy, socks always on. But then I never drew below her waist again. J'ai envie de lire mais il faut que j'avance. Ah bah ça ne m'étonne pas. Je pense que tu devrais te prendre un compte dans un truc d'audiobook. Comme ça tu pourrais faire les deux en même temps. Ou pas forcément un compte, il y en a plein sur YouTube. J'ai vraiment envie de lire aussi, mais comme je lis La Maison des Feuilles, il faut que je choisisse bien mon moment parce que c'est hyper compliqué. Et il est en anglais. Parce que je voulais le lire dans la langue originale. Parce qu'en gros, il y a plein de trucs dans le livre avec les trucs de début de page, les trucs de début de ligne, les mots qui sont en couleur, etc. Enfin, plein de trucs. Et je me suis dit, il y a plein de choses qui doivent être intraduisibles. Vraiment, c'est impossible. Du coup, il est en anglais. Il est beau. Il a une couverture dure. Il est magnifique. Et il est hyper dur à lire. Genre, des fois, je galère sur un paragraphe. Je me dis, mais attends, mais qu'est-ce qui se passe là-dedans? Surtout qu'il y a des notes de bas de page qui font genre 4 pages. Ce soir, je vais faire un stream dessin et j'ai pas envie d'avancer sur ce que j'ai prévu ce soir. Ah oui, ça. Ma mère écoute plein de livres audio, c'est terrible. Quand on a de la route, elle met son livre. Des fois, ils sont nuls à écouter. Genre quand il n'y avait pas d'acting, j'aime moins. C'est vrai que, je sais pas, moi j'ai du mal avec ceux où il y a de l'acting un peu. J'avais écouté une grosse partie d'un mec qui lisait le Hobbit et le Seigneur des Anneaux. Ok, attends, je montre. Et juste, il n'y avait pas forcément d'acting, mais il y avait des bruits de fond et un peu de musique d'ambiance, et ça j'aimais beaucoup. Mon édition de la Maison des Feuilles. Double Day. On va le chercher sur l'internet mondial. Alors, il ressemble à ça, avec la jaquette. Et sans la jaquette, il ressemble... Merde. À ça. Il est trop, trop, trop beau. Il est trop magnifique. C'est une brique de 700 pages. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a 700 pages numérotées, mais il y en a plus. Parce que avant le début du entre guillemets vrai livre, il y a une introduction de plusieurs pages qui fait partie de l'histoire mais qui fait pas partie du nombre de pages, enfin c'est un peu compliqué. Et genre quand tu ouvres le livre, la première chose que tu vois c'est ça. Bon, l'image elle est dégueulasse, mais ça c'est l'intérieur. C'est des tas de trucs imprimés et ça fait déjà genre un peu partie de l'histoire en fait. Mais généralement il est pas sur cette il a pas cette apparence là. Il est, je trouve, hyper moche. La plupart des éditions il est comme ça. En fait le truc c'est que cette petite bande que tu vois là, ça là, oups, c'est la page, c'est la première page. Genre la couverture, c'est ça, mais elle va pas plus loin. Du coup ça va être hyper abîmé dès que tu commences à lire, je trouve. Voilà. Un magnifique exemplaire de House of Leaves, dont je suis très fière. C'était un cadeau, c'était mon cadeau de Noël. Il est magnifique. Et il va me prendre, je pense, 6 mois à compléter. J'adore qu'on est dans l'ambiance. Bah ouais, je trouve que ça ajoute beaucoup d'avoir des bruits de fond, des choses comme ça. Mais du coup, c'est plus rare. Genre, c'est un mec, c'était un fan du Seigneur des Anneaux qui a fait son truc de son côté. Mais j'ai l'impression que dans les livres audio, entre guillemets professionnels, c'est plus rare d'avoir de l'ambiance. Maman écoute des polars, donc quand il y a des descriptions de meurtres avec la voix monotone du mec, bah tu crois pas. Mais de l'intensité. Oui, certes. Je sais pas si je serais... si je serais trop déter d'écouter un polar de meurtre en livre audio, j'avoue. J'en lisais beaucoup avant. Beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup. Quand j'étais ado, on allait à la bibliothèque avec ma maman. Ma maman lisait énormément de polars, de policiers, de thrillers, de trucs. Et moi j'ai poncé toute la section ado et des livres fantasy ado. Et après, il n'y avait plus rien. J'étais la seule ado de la commune qui lisait des livres. Du coup, ils en achetaient pas vraiment juste pour moi. C'était pas hyper rentable. Et donc je suis passée dans les livres des autres, dont les polars. Et ma mère, elle me disait, celui-là je l'ai lu, il est bien, tu peux le lire. Ou celui-là, il est un peu trop hardcore, tu vas pas le prendre. Oups. Mais après, si t'as des écouteurs dans ta petite boutique, tu peux avoir roman qui passe. J'avais commencé à écouter un peu des classiques. J'avais écouté une partie de Dr. Jekyll et Mr. Hyde et je comprenais rien du tout. Parce que c'était de l'anglais trop vieux. Et un peu intense dans la manière dont il parle. Et du coup, j'arrive pas du tout à suivre. Je préfère te regarder. Oh, c'est gentil ça. Bah, pour les jours où je suis pas là, il faut que tu trouves un petit livre. Demain, je vais faire mes pages de Halloween, je pense. J'ai pas du tout avancé dans le décor. Genre le planning du truc. Mais il faut bien. Ah. It's not. Okay. I thought I was on another layer for the glasses, but I was on the same layer, and the other one was for the sound effect, which happens so often. I haven't been naming my layers as I go, because it's annoying. But in moments like this, I kind of regret it. That circle I did earlier was really nice. This one is done. Just one page left to ink. Oh, it's not the easiest one. Well, it shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna finish it before I stop. It's not urgent or anything, but it will feel nice to take them all off the spreadsheet, mark them all done at once. I haven't opened it today, so I haven't been keeping up as I finish things. So I need to remember to do it. I did a bunch of page things yesterday as well, and I was actually surprised by the things I have already done and forgot to record. Because usually I have it always open, but I guess I just was doing something else last time. Because I've been watching a lot of anime. Je vais faire du montage. Ouh. T'as beaucoup de trucs d'avance? Je me rends jamais trop compte. There's no way that song is copyright free. What? Well, it is in the playlist, so we'll see if it gets claimed. Because I double stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And the streams save on YouTube. Because I like watching art streams from other people after they've ended. A lot of American streamers exist at a time where I am completely and entirely asleep. So it's nice to watch the replay. And I always watch it on YouTube. And I wanted to save mine the same. And I hesitated to like export it from Twitch to YouTube. Then I figured I can just stream it both places at the same time. And there's a chat on YouTube that I just never check, which I feel kind of bad about when I notice people send things. Like earlier someone asked something and I just never notice until it's too late. Which page is it? Well, not this one. And not this one. Actually, this one can go. I don't need it anymore. It's this one. Je vais faire l'épisode 2 de ma vidéo sur mon roman graphique. Ouh. En vrai, c'est trop bien, j'adore les séries qui suivent un projet du début à la fin. Enfin, pas forcément à la fin, mais qui suivent un projet pendant un long moment. J'adore regarder ça. J'ai trouvé, totalement par hasard, une New-Yorkaise. Enfin, elle n'est pas New-Yorkaise du coup. Une fille qui déménage à New York et qui a fait une série en genre 20 parties sur tout son déménagement, sur sa recherche d'appart, comment elle s'installe et tout. C'est trop 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 bien. Did I give her? Well, it doesn't matter. You never really see her from another angle after this. J'adore, c'est un bon moyen de créer une communauté. Ouais, puis comme ça, je trouve que c'est vachement plus engageant quand tu sais comment quelque chose est fait. Je regarderai toutes tes vidéos religieusement. Même si je pourrais juste te demander comment tu fais. Oh, I hope you can't hear the construction. Hopefully you can't. It doesn't on the OBS thing. It doesn't show like you can hear. Tu vois, à la fin de ta page ou à 12 heures. Ça bug, je veux dire. Je vais finir au moins ma page. Et après, je verrai. Mais vu que j'ai un truc de conférence à 14 heures, je veux quand même pas arrêter trop tard. Pour avoir le temps de me faire à manger et tout. Et je disais pour ta série, j'aime bien suivre comment les choses sont faites. Genre savoir comment les gens font leurs projets. Mais toi, je pourrais te demander directement, tu vois, si je veux savoir. Mais je vais quand même regarder toutes tes petites vidéos. Mais ouais, je pense que je vais juste finir ça et après aller me faire à manger. J'ai la flemme d'aller acheter du pain. J'y pensais tout à l'heure, mais j'ai trop la flemme. Je vous enverrai une photo de ma super salade pour vous rendre jaloux. Mais je pense que je vais, sur le Discord, je vais rajouter un channel pour mes photos de mes recettes, mes petits plats. Ce qui mérite pas d'aller dans le channel poubelle. Mais en même temps, j'avais envie de les envoyer dans le truc général non plus. So I don't need. This is for the laptop color, so I need to keep that one. Well, no, I'm not gonna do color today, so it's fine. I love this song. And all the versions that have been made of it. I spend an insane amount of time. I have times. Like every few weeks I'll spend an insane amount of time on TikTok looking at all the sounds and saving a million songs. Oops. Okay. Obsidian is another one of those programs where you can change the theme to be any cool color you want. And I have one, it's not yellow and it's not green and it's not pink. It's a sort of earthy color when it's in bright theme, like the light theme. Well, it is sort of yellow, I guess. It's really, really cute, but I very rarely use the light theme. Because my best ideas come at night when I really should be asleep, and so I do most of my writing at night. And I'm not using anything light theme after like 8 p.m. That's actually one thing I really dislike about Windows 11. It's setting the light or dark theme. It's so impractical. And a lot of apps tell you like, oh, we can follow your system's setting. Yes, but my system never changes. So I have to manually change them every time. Because like on my phone, I set Discord to follow my phone's theme, which ends up being really practical. Especially now that I have like all the pretty colors. They got me with the nitro thing. But on my computer it's so annoying. Why is there a line here? Oh, to align them all. Okay. My own Obsidian folders are a mess. I used to do Nano Primal and the camps, but I stopped last year. Mostly because it wasn't really working for me anymore, but also because of all the... I don't want to say drama because I don't think it's drama. I think it's just very bad decisions from the people in charge. But because of that I stopped, and also it just wasn't fun anymore. None of my friends do it. Like, a lot of them are still writing, they're just not doing the events. And it was kind of boring to do on my own. Also the team for my region closed. The people in charge stopped doing it, and I guess no one really started it again. So I just decided to stop doing that, but I still had all the event things, like all the folders and all the files that I used, and I didn't want everything to be separate anymore. So I spent like half a day reorganizing everything and moving the scenes I wrote during the events to their point in each story's timeline. It was horrible to do, but it was very much worth it because now I just have to think like, oh, when does this happen in the story? And I know it will be at that place in the file, which it didn't used to before. And it was worse to dig through the nano files, especially when some stories I wrote over multiple events. And like, I don't remember if I wrote it for the first or the second. And now I don't have to look anymore. But yeah, I moved a ton of words. My stats for that day looked horrible. I have one of the plugins for the daily word count, but I need to edit it. I need to change the way it works because it just doesn't really work anymore. It hasn't been updated in a long time, which, like, the person stopped working on it is fine, but it's not been updated along with the program, so it's really wonky. And I figured it cannot be that hard to edit. So I cloned the thing on GitLab and then never got to it. Okay. Do I do the keyboard? Maybe. Honestly, I'll probably do it later. I hate drawing keyboards. That one is exactly the same. Actually, very practical. And I'm gonna do these on a different layer. Because I draw them in black right now, but I'll put a mask over them. And they'll be a sort of very light gray. And the sky will be completely black. I think it looks very cool. I like doing it. Okay. That's good. I think that's gonna be my pages for today. I did sketch and line art for 24, 5, 6, and 7. 24, 25, 26, and 27. Not bad for a little less than 3 hours. I'm gonna go and have lunch now. Hope everyone has a really good day. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you got some work done for those who were working. And I will see you tomorrow to do some Halloween pages, which is very exciting. Hope you have a good day. Bye!